Nowadays, with so many microphones to choose, do you really want to spend $400 on a new one? Do you have to actually spend over $100 to get a good microphone? Well, I'm gonna answer that question for you today with the Rode Podmic. That's right, we're gonna be checking this out, seeing if this is actually worth the money or not. This is a $100 microphone that is XLR, and from what I've been hearing is actually a really awesome microphone. Should you buy the Rode Podmic, or should you just save up for something else? We're gonna take a look at it. So first, during the unboxing, you open the box and you literally get a small little manual, which is super tiny, and then you get the microphone. And that's it. No stickers, no nothing else. That's all you get. So I will say right off the bat, the build design of this is actually pretty hefty. This is a lot heavier than I anticipated. So build quality wise, I feel like there's nothing lacking on this microphone, but does it actually sound good? And do we prefer the look of it on stream or not? It's gonna be the question I'm gonna be answering for you today. Now, I will be stacking up against the SM7B, which is a $400 microphone compared to this being a $100 microphone. I also am gonna plug in quickly the Shure MV7, and I'm gonna just test that as well too, because that is a $250, $260 microphone. And before I get into the review, of course, I bought this with my own money. No one sent this to me. No one asked me to make this review. I literally just spent my own hard-earned dollars to find out this question. So you didn't have to. So you're welcome, essentially. And because I did that, you should like and subscribe, because it helps support me so I can continue spending money on things I don't need, but to test for you guys. I appreciate it. All right, let's head over to the PC. All right, what's going on? We are currently at my desk setup right now, and we are gonna plug in the Podmic. First, I wanted you guys to hear what my SM7B sounds like. I also wanna go through these settings of my mixer with you as well. So this is basically the EQ that I have set for this. I'm gonna try this out on the Podmic as well as I'm gonna try with no mix whatsoever, just so you can hear what the bass line of this actual microphone sounds like. I'm also gonna go through and adjust the gain. This is currently what I have it set to, is 45 decibels. So let's go ahead and unplug this and plug in the Podmic. So we have the Podmic plugged in. We are officially now speaking on the Podmic right now. So right off the bat, sounds pretty decent, not gonna lie. I think right off the bat, I haven't been able to listen back to this, so I'll be able to I'll stop this at some point and listen to it myself, but I feel like it sounds pretty good. I think it is picking up a little bit more background noise. I do want to do a test of just speaking around it just to see what the kind of rejection is. Just because I know with the Shure, it's very quiet microphone. And I know the MV7 is still pretty quiet as well too. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue talking, and I'm going to move off to the side of this and tell you guys that if you guys really like what you're seeing right here and you guys want to come interact with me live on Twitch, it'd be really cool if you did, because I'd really appreciate it. You guys can come see me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also Sunday night if you'd like to. And you can also, drop a like if you'd like to, drop a follow on that page, and that way you can come talk to me in real life, and it'd be pretty awesome. So right off the bat, I do feel like it's a little bit more harsh, I think off the bat, but I feel like it sounds pretty decent. Sound quality wise, it's pretty good. And I feel like even if I do get a little bit further back, it's still not too bad. But let's see how I get up close with the plosives. The plosives are like the P's, like Peter, pick a pipple, papper, please sub to me with Twitch. That's not really like a plosive. So just to give you an idea, if you get really up close to the microphone, the proximity effect as well too, which the SM7B has that as well, where it gets very boomy when you do it. But overall, I feel like it sounds pretty decent. And that's even with the exact same settings that I set for the SM7B, which is really weird. I don't know how this is working. Maybe it's because of the compressor and stuff like that, but even keeping it at 45 decibels a gain, I feel like it sounds pretty dang good. So what I'm gonna do now is just reset everything to 0, just to kind of see what this sounds like. And also I'm gonna take the gate off as well, so that way you can hear what kind of noise it will pick up in the background. This is what it sounds like with no mixing, no EQ whatsoever. I have everything set to 0, no gate, so I'm just gonna stay quiet a little bit. The only thing I have on right now is my computer in my room, and that's it. So let's go ahead and take a listen. I don't know if it's picking up, and I think it might just be my headphones, but I do hear a little bit in the background. But yeah, I don't know if it's all that bad, to be completely honest. So this is what it sounds like with no EQ whatsoever. And also too, let me go ahead and just plug up my SM7B really fast, just so I can give you an idea of what that sounds like with no EQ. This is now my SM7B with no EQ, same exact decibel level. And now let me plug in the MV7 to give you an idea what that sounds like. Also, Peter, pick a papple, picker, pepper, blah, blah, blah. Sub to me with Twitch Prime. All right, and this is what the MV7 sounds like with no EQ whatsoever. And Peter picked a papple, pickle. Why is it so hard to find something? Pizza. I love pizza because pizza's pretty freaking cool, because I love pizza, because pizza's pretty freaking awesome. There we go. All right, so now this is with my EQ that I usually set, which again is usually preferred for the SM7B. So not sure if it's completely perfect for this or not, but here you go. This is what the MV7 sounds like. Let me plug in the SM7B, and then I'll plug back in the Rode Pod. All right, and this is the SM7B, and this is what this sounds like. Now let me go ahead and plug in the Podmic. There we go. This is what the Podmic sounds like with the mixing of the Go XLR. I'm actually gonna do a couple more tests, so just handling and stuff like that, just to see what it sounds like. So in case you hit your mic arm, this is what it's gonna sound like. Now I'm tapping on the desk. I'm gonna start typing, like as if I'm actually typing something important, which I'm not. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take down some of the stuff. I'm then gonna go ahead and listen back to the recording, see what I think it sounds like and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on this. So I will say it looks really good. It is a little bit annoying that it has like that right there, but I don't think honestly it's a big issue, at least for me. I think it actually looks pretty clean. Like I think most people are used to just like the black color of like the SM7B or even similar microphones like the MV7 and other things like that. But I think honestly, it adds a pretty decent look to it. And I know that you can get like a windscreen. I mean, technically you can just get a windscreen and just, okay, all right, well, that clearly doesn't fit. But I have seen people get windscreens that just go over this in case you want to black out the microphone. So yeah, let me get a chance to go ahead and listen to this microphone, see what it sounds like, and give some feedback on it. See what we think. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Podmic. I changed the compressor a little bit just to see if it would actually impact some of the background noise that you heard. See what it sounds like. All right, so hook this back up, the SM7B, just one more time because I want to give you guys a test and show you this. I was curious and I kind of figured out my answer, but this is going to be me tapping on the microphone arm right now. And now I'm going to be tapping on the desk. Tapping pretty hard. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna start like actually, I'm gonna like really just like, you know, I'm gonna give it a real good tap. Ready? Now I'm gonna start typing like I'm typing something important, but I'm really not. All right, now let's go ahead and go back to the main screen and talk about our thoughts and our finds. All right, so I've had a chance to listen to the microphone, and also, like I said, I want to do that one last test just to see if what I thought was correct. So let's go over some thoughts that I found out about the Podmic. So Podmic, I think build quality is absolutely fantastic. This thing feels like a tank, and it definitely feels like it's worth the money. So I don't think you're gonna be upset paying $100 for this microphone. Sound-wise, I thought it sounded pretty decent, although I did suspect it sounded a little bit more sensitive than the SM7B, which was true. I think it was a little bit more sensitive than the MV7, but not quite more sensitive. So that is one thing that if you do have a noisy room, I know my room is actually pretty reverby and noisy, you will be picked up by this, but overall, I think it sounded pretty decent. Oh, and if you do have a lot of like handling noise, like if you have a lot of like desk noise and stuff like that, it might become a problem possibly, but honestly, overall, I thought it sounded pretty darn good. I mean, for $100 microphone, again, I mean, I know the MV7 sounded great. I know it had less noise to it and some of that too, but you also gotta keep in mind, this is $100. That's a $400 microphone that we're talking about. There's a $300 difference. So of course there are gonna be some small differences to it. Is it really worth the $300 difference? That's gonna be totally up to you to decide. But for a $100 microphone, I feel like this is a pretty awesome option. So this video should be going live February 2nd-ish, and I'm gonna be streaming the entire week with this microphone. So you guys can come hang out and see what you think of the microphone live and in person, and ask me to do a couple tests if you really want me to. I'm more than happy to do it just to kind of show you. So also stay tuned to the channel because I have an idea of potentially getting a GoXLR replacement for under 400-ish or around $400-ish, and it does involve this mic. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this showed you some of the microphone, and if you like it or not, helped you make a buying decision. If you do want to buy it, I'm gonna leave a affiliate link, an Amazon affiliate link down below. Again, this was not sponsored. No, they didn't ask me to make this video or reach out to me about this. I did this on my own because I want to try and help you guys out with streaming equipment, and I really like testing microphones and unboxing things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Don't forget that like button. Also hit subscribe. I upload videos weekly, twice a week actually. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I appreciate it. And again, if you want to come talk to me live on Twitch, I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night, 8 p.m. EST currently. Thank you guys so much and have an awesome stream.